Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about letting go. What does it mean to let go? So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into the video. Letting go doesn't mean you are letting go of your desire. It doesn't mean you don't want that thing anymore. Letting go just means you're letting go of your resistance towards your desires. Okay, letting go just means you know for a fact your desire is on its way, so you're not like spending time obsessing, you're not like checking the 3D, you're not like, you're just getting rid of all the resistance. Okay, so a lot of, the reason I decided to make this video is because people get confused about this. There are some like, I would say like law of attraction coaches and people that say like letting go means like, you just have to get over the person and that's when they come back. Sometimes that is the case. That does end up happening a lot of the times, but that is not the only way to manifest something. That doesn't even make sense. If you want something, why would you let go of it? In fact, you should be like working towards it. You should be spending time affirming for it or visualizing or scripting, whatever works best for you. I'm going to give you a couple of analogies here. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about, like, why letting go makes absolutely zero sense is school. Like when you were in school, when you were studying for tests, midterms, whatever, because you wanted an A in the class, you wanted to pass the class. Wouldn't it be so weird if your teacher or your parents told you, just let go, just let the universe do its thing? Like, no, you studied, you grinded, you worked hard, to get the grades that you wanted. And that's exactly how manifestation is. Um, if you want something, you are allowed to want it. It's not all just, about like leaving it to the universe and having things happen. I mean, yeah, a lot of the times it does end up working, but that's not the only way to manifest. And it just, appalls me how many people have that belief within them. That is actually a huge limiting belief, and I would even say that it kind of delays your manifestation when you don't really want something. Like when you let go of the desire, when you don't want that person or that thing, you're kind of telling the universe, like, okay, I'm over this. And they're not going to, like, bring it back to you, at least not in the way that you want it. Okay. That's just what I noticed. Like, even, there are times where, like, I got over exes and yeah, I didn't really want them anymore. And they did end up coming back. That does happen, like I said. But it's just like, I didn't even want it anymore. And it's like, even the way they came back, it wasn't really like, it just, I didn't care at that point. And like, that's not fun. Like, you should want things when you actually care about them, when you actually, you should have things manifest when you actually care about them, when you actually want them. That's what makes it fun. Like, why would you want to be with someone, that you don't really like or care about anymore? Yeah. And let me give you a couple of other analogies here. I really love this one, the Amazon analogy. So, when you put in an order on Amazon, you know for a fact that it is going to come to you. You know for a fact it is going to be delivered. If you have Amazon Prime, good for you. You'll get it in 2 days. Yeah, and that's exactly what manifestation is. Like once you have that desire, once you like affirm, visualize, script it. Personally, for me, scripting works the best. Then the universe will bring forth those desires. Okay. But the other thing that I wanted to say is like when you're constantly checking that Amazon app for like updates, like oh it's been delivered, it's been shipped, it's 6 blocks away from your house. I mean sometimes yeah it does give you those notifications, but when you're the one like constantly checking, then doesn't it kind of feel slower? Like this was supposed to come before, but like when you're just like out there living your life, having fun, like and you know for a fact that it's coming to you, it's like the process is even fun. You're not stressing, you're not obsessing. You should never put your life on hold for any of your desires. So that's just something else that I wanted to put out there. Another analogy that I have is it's pretty similar, except it's at a restaurant. When you order food at a restaurant, you know for a fact that it's on its way. Okay, you're not letting go of your hunger for the food. That doesn't even make sense. Like, you paid for the food or you're gonna pay for the food. Um, yeah, letting go would be so silly. Like if you just walked out of the restaurant like without even wanting that. I mean, you are allowed to walk out of anything you want, but my point is that like you know for a fact that your food is going to come to you, but when you keep like checking the waiters, seeing if the food is yours, and yeah, I guess I know that's an inevitable human thing, but then like then you see the waiter like turn and they end up going to another table or something like that. Um, doesn't it feel like it's longer, and doesn't it even increase your hunger even more? Yeah, all of that sort of does cause a little bit of like sometimes it can cause resistance, even though it is like on its way to you. But like, if had you spent that time, like, looking at the waiter, seeing, where the food is, had you spent that time just talking to your friends or whoever, like, the company is at your table, it would have been much faster. You would have like even kind of forgotten about your hunger a little bit, and the time would have passed a lot faster, and you have this delicious meal, you have your manifestation in front of you. So yeah, hopefully that analogy helps someone. Again, it's not about like letting go of the actual desire. When you're hungry, you gotta eat. When you order something off of Amazon, I mean, like, you you paid for it, like it's something that you want, so of course you're gonna get it. But that's the thing, you just have to know you're gonna get it. You have to know that manifestation is 100% perfect. Manifestation always works. It always, always, always is working. In fact, there's a lot you don't see happening behind the scenes a lot of the times, and that does kind of trip people up. That does kind of like throw people off, and that's okay. That's a normal like human thing. But um, sometimes I even say that's like, you're being tested on like your faithfulness to the desire, like how bad do you really want it. And that's just something that like I live by. You don't have to like think that way. Okay, yeah, so this was a pretty short video, but I really do hope that this helps someone. Also, when you hear, like I said in the beginning of the video, when you hear people say things like that, like, oh, letting go means, yeah, just let go of the person or the desire completely. That is their truth. So I wouldn't necessarily say they're wrong, because that's what works best for them. Because I practice the law of assumption. This entire channel is about using law of assumption to manifest. So, that's their assumption. They have that assumption that like, oh, whenever I've let go of things, whenever I completely got over a person or breakup, that's when they ended up coming back to me. And, that's what works best for them. And maybe that could also be the case for you. But if you're the type of person, you just question that, like, yeah, that doesn't really make sense. I want to actually want my desires, because yeah, it's no fun like having your desires when you don't even like want them anymore, right? Like, you want to be able to enjoy them. But if you are the type of person that thinks like that, then just know that letting go just means letting go of resistance and nothing else. Yeah. Also, something else, a lot of questions surrounding this. There are a lot of questions surrounding this topic about like, checking the 3D for confirmation and things like that. Like, it is even okay to check the Amazon app or like the waiter to see where your food is. I mean, if you paid for it, like, you'd want to know, right? But it's just like, don't like obsess over it too much. Okay, like, don't obsess over it too much where it creates more resistance. In fact, like, let's say you're trying to manifest an SP, but you keep checking their Instagram stories, and then you find out like, oh, they're with another girl or another guy, or like they followed someone that they might be romantically interested in. Like, you're kind of creating a little bit more resistance. But had you not like, check their story or check the 3D for confirmation, I mean, like, you'd still be solid in your desires. You wouldn't, feel all these emotions. I mean, even if that does happen, like, that's okay. You will still get your desires. You will still get your manifestation, because like I said, manifestation is perfect. But like, you went through all that emotional pain for like no reason, right? So yeah, I would even say like, if you are trying to manifest like an SP, you don't really have to worry about the bridge of incidents. You don't have to worry about like anything that's happening other than your end goal. Okay, that's called living in the end. Whatever it is that you want with your SP, whether that be a text message, whether that be a relationship, marriage, starting a family, that's all you have to focus on. You don't have to focus on how it's gonna happen. You don't even have to focus on when. I mean, unless you are manifesting on a time crunch, which is a whole nother video topic. But just know that it is going to happen. Okay? And again, you don't even need to believe in your manifestations. I have said this in a couple of other videos. I don't know if I said it in the beginning of this, yeah. But you don't actually have to believe in your manifestation or even your affirmations. Vein affirming does work. I know people have different ideas and thoughts about that, but it has worked for me. Honestly, I didn't really believe any of my affirmations, and you don't even have to feel them. Okay, like, I don't know, I don't know who said that. I do know who said that. Neville Goddard said that, and I love Neville, but like, that was his assumption. He said that whenever he felt things to be real, that's when things ended up manifesting for him. But that is not always the case, at least not for me. I've manifested things without feeling them, and that's a whole nother video topic as well. I literally just like mentioned like 3 different video topics, but the only thing you have to believe in is that manifestation 100% works. It is 100% perfect, and you will definitely get exactly what you manifested for. As long as you stay on track, as long as, like, you put in the work, you're faithful to your desire, you affirm, and persist in those affirmations. It is literally that easy. It is that simple. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. I really hope this helped someone. Let me know if you have any questions regarding manifestation, or any other, like, questions about, like, law of attraction or anything that I said, or if you have something specific that you're trying to manifest that you would like more clarity on, or maybe there's something that, like, you feel like is holding you back, or there's some sort of stagnancy on something, let me know in the comments below. I will definitely address them in a future video. And yeah, I will go ahead and end the video right here. Thank you so much.